Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that strange pull from a woman who swears she's just your friend? You sense something deeper, but the moment you think you see it, she hides behind a smile, changes the subject, or pretends it's all in your head. That confusion you feel isn't weakness, it's instinct. You're picking up on energy she's trying hard to bury. But why would a woman hide feelings she clearly has? Stay with me, because today we're decoding the 10 secret signs she's falling for you, but doesn't want you to know. Before we start, hit that like button and subscribe. It's free, and it helps more men like you finally understand what women really mean when words fail them. Now, here's what most men miss. When a woman's attracted but guarded, she communicates through contradiction. Her logic and her emotions are at war. You'll notice her body say yes, while her words say no. It's not manipulation, it's protection. See, women fear losing emotional control. They fear that if you know how much they care, you'll stop trying. So they pretend not to notice, not to feel. But her actions will betray her every time. She remembers little things you said weeks ago, things even you forgot. She laughs at your jokes, not because they're funny, but because they came from you. She mirrors your energy without realizing it. When you lean in, she does too. When you cross your arms, she subtly adjusts hers. These are primal tells, her subconscious aligning with yours. And when she talks about other men, listen carefully. She'll mention them, but there's no emotion behind it. It's a test. She's watching how you react. She wants to know, does she affect you the way you affect her? Because the moment she senses your indifference, her mask begins to crack. Her eyes linger longer. Her voice softens when she says your name. She'll find reasons to be near you without ever admitting it. What you're feeling isn't one-sided. It's tension, built from unspoken attraction and the fear of vulnerability. And here's the truth. The more she hides it, the deeper she's already fallen. Every time she tries to seem detached, she's protecting feelings she doesn't want to confess. Not yet. Because in her mind, the moment she does, you gain all the power. Here's what most men never realize. When a woman starts falling for you, her behavior doesn't just change, it fractures. You'll see two versions of her at once, one that wants you closer, and one that's terrified you'll see too much. It's not because she's playing games, it's because real attraction makes her feel exposed. She's suddenly aware of how much she cares about your opinion, your attention, and your approval. And that scares her. So she hides behind small acts that seem meaningless, but they aren't. She teases you more often, lightly challenges your opinions, or makes sarcastic remarks about your type. What she's really doing is measuring emotional safety. She wants to see how you respond to emotional intensity. Can you stay grounded when she throws sparks? Can you handle her without flinching or trying too hard? Because if you can, she feels safe leaning in further. Watch how she reacts when you pull away slightly. When you stop texting first or seem preoccupied. If she's falling for you, she'll notice immediately. Suddenly, she'll initiate more, even if subtly. She might send a random meme, comment on your story, or casually ask how you've been. It's her way of re-establishing connection without confessing that she missed you. That's the paradox of attraction. She wants to protect her pride, but her emotions won't let her stay away. And pay attention to her eyes. They'll tell you what her words won't. When you talk, she looks at you longer than normal, just enough to make you feel it, then looks away fast, pretending it meant nothing. That's emotional camouflage. Her gaze softens, her pupils dilate, her body leans toward yours, even if her words stay neutral. Every biological signal screams interest, even while her mind tries to deny it. Another hidden sign. She starts mirroring your values. She'll pick up on your habits, repeat phrases you use, or take interest in things you care about. If you're passionate about fitness, she suddenly decides to get back to the gym. If you love a certain band, she just happened to start listening to them. These are unconscious efforts to build emotional alignment, a woman's natural way of saying, I see you, and I want to be seen by you. Men who ignore these signals often lose the chance to connect deeper. But those who recognize them, who stay calm, masculine, and emotionally steady, ignite something powerful in her. Because now she's not just hiding attraction, she's hiding attachment. Here's something few men ever understand. When a woman is falling for you but hiding it, her emotions become a battlefield. She's torn between craving your presence and fearing her own vulnerability. That's why she might pull back just when things start feeling real. One day she's warm, playful, even flirtatious. The next, she's distant or cold. And you're left wondering, did I do something wrong? No, you didn't. You just got too close to the part of her she's scared to show. Women hide their feelings because falling for someone makes them feel exposed. The moment she lets you in emotionally, she's handing you something powerful, her trust. That's why she tests you, often without realizing it. She'll mention another man, not because she's interested, but to see if you'll stay composed. She'll challenge you on small things to see if you'll stand your ground or crumble under pressure. Each test isn't about manipulation, it's about emotional safety. She's asking, can this man handle the real me? One of the most revealing signs she's falling but hiding it is how she reacts to your silence. If she wasn't invested, your distance wouldn't matter. But if she starts overthinking when you're quiet, if she sends double texts or tries to get your attention through humor or light provocation, that's her emotional guard beginning to slip. Silence exposes hidden attachment faster than any confession could. And notice this, she begins to share personal stories, the kind that make her vulnerable. Maybe she talks about her childhood, her insecurities, or a dream she's never told anyone else. When a woman opens up emotionally, she's not doing it out of boredom. She's testing intimacy. She's asking, can I trust this man with the unfiltered version of myself? You'll also see her energy change around you. When she's near, her tone softens, her pace slows, and her body unconsciously aligns toward yours. Even in a crowded room, she's tuned into you. She might downplay it, pretend she's just being friendly, but her nervous laughs, her self-conscious movements, the way she fixes her hair when you look at her, all of it betrays what she's feeling inside. The truth is, attraction hidden is attraction amplified. The more she suppresses it, the more it controls her behavior. And if you can stay calm, grounded, and subtly confident through it all, you don't chase, you don't overanalyze, you'll notice something shift. Her guard weakens, her silence lingers, and soon her actions will start saying what her lips still refuse to confess. Here's where most men get lost. When a woman hides her feelings, she often does the opposite of what she feels. She'll act distant to protect herself, even when all she wants is your closeness. That's why her behavior can feel confusing. One moment she's laughing at everything you say, the next she's acting indifferent, even dismissive. You start to think she's not interested anymore, but what's really happening is emotional overload. Her heart is racing ahead of her logic, and she's trying to slow it down. When a woman starts caring deeply, she becomes hyper-aware of how she appears around you. That's why you might notice her become shy, clumsy, or even overly composed when you enter the room. It's not an act, it's nerves. She's trying to maintain control over emotions that are already running wild inside her. She doesn't want you to see how much she's affected by you, because once you do, she loses her sense of safety. That's why she'll hide behind sarcasm or sudden disinterest. But beneath that cool surface is intensity you can feel. Watch how she behaves in group settings. When she's falling for you, she'll unconsciously position herself where she can see you, maybe just within your line of sight. She laughs a little louder when you're nearby. Her energy subtly shifts toward you, and her eyes seek yours more often than she admits. Even if she's talking to others, her attention drifts. Every small reaction you have matters to her more than she wants to admit. Another powerful sign? She remembers your emotional patterns. She starts predicting your moods, finishing your sentences, or noticing details no one else catches. That's not coincidence. It's emotional investment. She's been paying attention because your energy affects hers now. When you're withdrawn, she feels it. When you're confident, she lights up. It's an emotional synchronization that she tries to suppress, but can't. Here's the paradox. She hides her feelings to protect her pride, but by doing so, she gives herself away even more. You'll notice her defending herself when you jokingly suggest she likes you. She'll deny it too quickly, with too much energy. That defensiveness is a giveaway. It's emotion disguised as indifference. The harder she works to seem unaffected, the more affected she actually is. What she's hiding isn't just attraction, it's hope. Hope that you'll notice without her having to risk rejection. Hope that you'll make a move without making her feel exposed. Because deep down, she doesn't want to chase. She wants to be chosen. Here's the part that most men overlook. When she's falling for you but hiding it, her emotions start to leak through the smallest cracks. You'll catch glimpses of the truth she's trying to bury. Quick flashes of care, protectiveness, even jealousy. They come and go so fast that if you're not emotionally aware, you'll miss them. But those moments are gold. They reveal everything. Watch her reactions when another woman enters the picture. She won't openly compete, but her energy will shift instantly. Her tone might get sharper, her body language more closed off. She might tease you about the other woman or act indifferent, but that's her emotional defense system flaring up. What she's really thinking is, does she have what I don't? Does he see her the way he sees me? That hint of territorial energy isn't insecurity. It's a subconscious sign that she's already emotionally invested. Another hidden signal? She becomes your quiet supporter. She'll encourage you when you're struggling, subtly boost your confidence when you doubt yourself, and defend you when others criticize. That nurturing instinct isn't random. It's how women express affection before they feel safe enough to say it out loud. If she starts treating your goals as if they're her own victories, you've crossed the line from attraction to attachment. But here's where it gets complicated. She'll still pretend she doesn't care. She'll downplay her involvement, joke about your connections, and even distance herself after moments of closeness. Why? Because vulnerability terrifies her. Falling for you means surrendering control, and most women would rather mask their emotions than risk being rejected after opening up. She might even tell you, I don't want anything serious, yet her actions say otherwise. She checks in on you, remembers every detail, gets protective when you're hurting, and invests emotionally while pretending not to. It's her way of testing if your interest runs deeper than surface-level attraction. She wants to see if you'll stay consistent even when she's not making it easy. And here's the truth. Her resistance is part of her attraction. Women often fall hardest for men who can make them feel safe enough to stop pretending. When you respond with calm confidence instead of confusion or desperation, she feels understood. When you give her space instead of chasing her, she begins to miss you deeply. Because real desire doesn't need to be forced. It reveals itself in silence, in tension, in the moments we're set. Here's the truth that most men never hear. When a woman hides her feelings, it's not because she doesn't want love. It's because she's terrified of what love will do to her. She's scared of losing her emotional balance, of caring for someone who might not care as deeply back. So she guards her heart behind logic, humor, and distance. But the stronger her feelings grow, the harder it becomes to keep that mask on. Her words may stay calm, but her energy betrays her. Every glance, every silence, every tiny shift in tone becomes a quiet confession. When she's falling for you, her need for control slowly starts to crumble. You'll see her become softer around you, more open, more real. She might tell you things she doesn't tell anyone else. She'll show you pieces of her vulnerability, just to see if you'll treat them gently. That's the moment that decides everything. If you make her feel safe, she'll let you closer. But if you react with arrogance, neediness, or judgment, she'll shut down completely. You'll lose access to her real emotions forever. The rarest kind of man is the one who can sense her feelings without forcing them out, who doesn't chase, doesn't push, but creates space where she wants to come closer. That kind of man doesn't seek validation from her attention. He stands in his own value. And that's exactly what makes her fall even deeper. Because when a woman senses your emotional strength, she starts to feel safe in her own. Eventually, all her pretending starts to feel heavy. She'll slip up. She'll text you first, late at night. She'll open up emotionally. She'll linger when saying goodbye. These are her quiet admissions. She won't say, I like you. She'll show it in how she treats you, how she looks at you when she thinks you're not paying attention, how her guard drops for just a moment when you make her laugh. The secret isn't to decode her, it's to understand her. Attraction isn't about chasing signs, it's about embodying calm, confident energy that makes her feel emotionally seen without pressure. Because when she finally stops hiding her feelings, she won't tell you with words. She'll tell you with peace, with the way she relaxes in your presence and lets you see her as she truly is. And when that moment comes, remember this: her love was never hidden from you. It was only waiting for you to become the kind of man who could handle it.